The $1.65 billion software fix. Nscale just spent $1.65 billion to buy the scheduling software that stops AI models from crashing when a single GPU fails. Yesterday, the UK-based neocloud provider acquired Anyscale, the commercial team behind the open-source Ray framework. Nscale builds data centers and generates its own power, so dropping over $1 billion on a software layer seems entirely out of character for an infrastructure company. To understand the math on this deal, you have to look at what actually happens when you spread a single machine learning job across thousands of accelerators. The multi-GPU failure problem. Distributing an AI workload across 10,000 GPUs isn't just chopping it up into equal pieces. If a single GPU throws a hardware error during a 3-month training run, the entire cluster halts. You bleed hundreds of thousands of dollars an hour while engineers scramble to manually reset the checkpoint. Ray is the orchestration framework that solves this. It automatically detects the failed node, replaces it, and redistributes the computational load without crashing the run. It also handles the handoff between CPU-bound data preparation and GPU-bound training, making sure the highly expensive accelerators never sit warm and idle. But Nscale isn't paying a premium just out of a love for cluster efficiency. The commodity hardware trap. The raw compute market is a brutal race to the bottom. Nscale buys the exact same NVIDIA silicon as everyone else, and renting those GPUs by the hour is a pure commodity business with zero defensive moat. By acquiring Anyscale, Nscale shifts its margin from the hardware itself up to the orchestration layer. They are embedding their platform directly into the developer's deployment workflow, and this shift reveals the actual math behind this consolidation. The real cost of compute. Nscale's $1.65 billion check proves that raw compute is no longer enough to survive the infrastructure wars. We're watching the end of the standalone compute vendor. By merging Ray's automated failure mitigation directly into their physical data centers, Nscale is mirroring the exact vertical integration strategy that makes AWS so sticky. If your infrastructure provider controls the software layer that distributes your multimodal data prep and schedules your fine-tuning jobs, the switching costs become prohibitive. You aren't just renting metal anymore, you are locked into their proprietary routing logic. For builders relying on this stack, the immediate metric to watch is the open-source governance of Ray inside the PyTorch Foundation over the next 6 months, specifically looking for any signs that premium scheduling features are being gated exclusively for Nscale hardware. Subscribe for more.